So no banana then.
Can Zach sexually eat a banana?
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Dungeon of the
Ugh.
Mad Mage. This is session 87. I
That
do
is
not
sexy
care.
at all.
I do not care if you sexually eat a banana. That's fine. Just don't do anything against Twitch terms of service.
Just put a hot tub behind you. You'll be
We're only
fine.
gonna do our hot tub D&D sessions.
All right, I need everyone to obtain a hot tub and
Where
a
am I
streaming
gonna put it?
rig that
Will you,
is capable
substitute-
of streaming from the hot tub.
Subsidize
then
my
we'll
hot
also-
tub
right here.
So,
Subsidize me a hot tub.
in approximately 75 years, that's when.
I'll
I
get a
mean,
hot tub right now if you subsidize.
What about?
Why would I
when you guys-
subsidize your hot tub?
Because
Why not come up to Wisconsin? When you come up to Wisconsin, we'll do it in Mitch's backyard.
We're all just gonna do it in the
There we
same
go.
hot tub.
Yeah.
Does Mitch have-
Oh, actually,
Mitch have a hot-
could you imagine like having like a little
No, I do
floating
not.
You got a hot
like
tub, Mitch?
table with like
No,
a
I don't.
DM screen and shit on it and everything like that
Not
in a
yet.
hot tub? That would actually be cool.
And before, freaking everything that's not plastic just gets destroyed. Paper gone.
Absolutely destroyed. All right, let's play some D&D before we get.
No,
super
iPhones can
such
go like underwater now.
Your head can go underwater.
Technically, yes.
Not for very long, but
Short
Is
period
it
of
yeah.
time.
wet though? Is it wet though? That's the question.
All
I
right.
can hold my breath. For
We're gonna
18
kick
years.
things off. It's one of those nights, so I
Really?
realize if I don't just do the thing, we're just gonna continue for the rest of eternity. So we're gonna kick things off with a little bit of a recap. Previously, in the dungeon of the Mad Mage, the party, having met with the Emerald Dragon Tiralai, once more set about exploring the Willowwood. They sought one of the magic gates that the dragon had mentioned, hoping to secure potential passage from home. They followed the ruined, covered walkways in a northwesterly direction, eventually coming upon an ancient stone building. Within, they found the remains of a halfling, what looked to be a barricade, and a stone archway. One they believed they had seen the other side of before. Success. Satisfied with their discovery, but curious about the barricade, the party cleared the passage and found another tower to the north. This place was covered in webs, but the party decided to boldly investigate, even though Bones could sense that there were creatures nearby. They made their way into the stone building and were promptly swarmed by a horde of giant spiders, as well as creatures they had never seen before. Purple arachnid humanoids. It was a vicious fight. The ettercaps, the purple arachnids, worked well in concert with the giant spiders, letting the spiders bind the party in webs while the ettercaps attempted to notably choke the life from their victims. There was a point where the party's spirits began to flag and there was some concern, but eventually the arachnids were defeated. As the remaining spiders fled back into the forest, the party realized that they had no real motivation to continue exploring, and decided that it was time to head back and meet with Willow. Soon enough, they found themselves in the Archdruid's throne room once more, in conversation with Willow and Halaster. The party started by reporting their deeds to Willow. The defeat of the Cloakers, the defeat of the giant spiders, and even their battle with the Werebat tribe and Mobar. Willow didn't react with astonishment or anything, but she seemed pleased by the party's work. In response, she somehow got rid of the fog that permeated the woods, at least around the party. The party began to ask about the sword and the altar. Halaster and then Willow responded relatively candidly, telling the party that the sword had once belonged to Willow's former lover, Yanark, and that it had been placed upon the altar as a seal against the powers of Malar. Willow also told the party that she did not think that the altar truly needed to be sealed, and that the sword's investment had merely been an opportune way for Yanark to be rid of the blade. When questioned whether the blade was cursed, Willow stated it was not, though, depending on the person, they might consider wielding the sword a curse. Apparently, the weapon was sentient. Willow made it clear that she had little concern for the blade. It seemed she believed its fate was its own. Still, as the party made it clear that they were interested in investigating the sword further, Willow proposed a deal. The party had previously asked for Willow's protection in utilizing the magic gates on this floor of the dungeon. Willow had suggested that she would consider it. She now stated that if the party intended to investigate the Moonblade Zilaretsko, they should return to her afterwards, and she would then give the party her judgment on protection. The party agreed, and promptly headed back towards the ruins of the Cult of Malar. They realized that their presence was noted upon entering the place, but the werebats did not interfere with their passage. Swiftly arriving back at the tabernacle with the altar and sword, the party set about investigating the place. Eventually, Ashes quested towards the blade with his mind, and he felt a connection, but something blocked it. Matashtai tried aiding him, using his telepathy to channel the connection, and it did seem to enhance things, but not enough to break through the barrier. Seeing no other option, Ashes resolved himself and grabbed the sword. It pulled free with ease, and then the altar split with a resounding crack. A rent in existence opened in front of the altar, and a massive reptilian beast was hurled into the space, shattering the rooftop and unleashing a primal roar that shook the party to their core. Sword in hand, the barrier gone, Ashes heard within his mind, "Oh, you fucked up now, young pup." And that is where we left our party. And I think it's time to just
Duel.
roll for initiative. Okay, so flipping you guys over to the battle map, situate yourselves, find your tokens, and select them and roll for initiative.
I gotta tell you, having Fog of War, where you can, doesn't matter where you are on the map, you can at least have context.
Yeah.
Be like, oh, that's north. There I am.
Mm-hmm. I am hopeful that it is quite nice.
Oh, yeah,
That's unfortunate.
Oop, not that one. I need battle music. Battle! On to battle!
I really would have preferred a higher roll.
Someone's gonna die immediately.
Ooh.
How do you fail?
Wow. Don't forget, Wolf is actually out and active, Mitch.
Oh yeah, where is he?
He is. Can you not
have
see him?
advantage on initiative with that shield.
I know what it is. I just hate it that it shows it like that.
I was trying to figure it out. I could.
Yeah, he has advantage on initiative, and for some reason they don't break out it. They just pick the higher one in the
Yeah,
equation
18 is my critical failure.
with your +2.
Yep. I have a lot of decks. Just
That's like what, 54 decks or some dumb
yeah,
shit?
just a little bit.
Can you not see him, Mitch? It should be under creatures and monsters.
Oh, sorry. I can see him now. He wasn't on the map, is where I was confused.
Gotcha, okay. Can you not see from him?
No, I cannot. I can
Okay.
only see from me.
He does not have vision. Let me set some basic parameters real quick.
7. Repeating 7.
Alright,
180
better.
truth item.
So 7.
Hey, now I can see.
awesome. Okay. We will take this. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yes!
Aha!
Thank God.
Very
That'll work.
cool.
That'll do. All right, burn it down, guys.
There's no fucking way. What the fuck?
Burn it down. Okay.
Do something.
Very cool. I still need a roll for Wolf. Mitch.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to roll for him.
Huh?
Wolf boy.
Nice.
There he is.
Okay. This immense beast.
Oh, it
Right?
rolled a 1. Wow.
Right. This immense beast is hurled through this rent in space and existence, shatters the roof, and lets out this primal, piercing, shattering roar. I need everyone to roll a DC 15 Constitution saving throw and a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw.
Oof.
On. I'm gonna use my.
Failed them both.
Double check where it is.
Oh, shit.
Use my dual mind to take advantage on that wisdom.
Okay. Also, don't forget Mossy or Wolf.
And so con, then wisdom.
And this is just going to be easier to do it this way, so I'm going to...
Hey, fuck you, Mossy.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. What's that do?
Wow.
Is that? Are we feared for 4 turns?
Wow.
Wow.
Holy wow. Okay.
Jeremy Rose.
So, holy shit.
That's a good start.
Wow.
Okay, alright.
That's impressive.
Your DC for the Constitution saving throw was 15. If you failed, you take 4 force damage as the sound of the roar is literally so loud that it bloodies your eardrums.
Great.
If you succeeded, you take half that. You take 2 force damage.
I had earplugs. 3.
Sorry, what was the DC again?
15.
Not 7?
15.
15.
Yeah, not 7. Fortunately.
If you failed, you are deafened.
Okay.
Who failed?
Okay. I did.
Okay.
The wisdom or con?
The con.
I succeeded.
Okay. So Bones and Matashtai are deafened. We're gonna give them. I don't know. They're snails.
What the fuck is deafened? That's not a condition I am familiar with.
It's probably nothing that's gonna matter to you. You basically just can't hear other people. Deafened is something that I don't think it even is a condition in 5e. It's something I hold over
It is.
from other editions.
It is. Yep.
So,
It affects
not-
casters more than anything.
yeah.
It's not on
So-
my... Oh, there it is. You can't hear.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's
You
pretty much it.
automatically fail any ability check which requires hearing. Okay, question. Well, no. Is this okay? Is the wisdom part? Is that also because
No.
of his roar? Damn.
I mean,
Alright.
it is, but it's happening at the same time. So,
Oh,
wisdom
okay, okay.
effects. If
Ain't no
you
Magic the Gathering stacking shit here.
if you failed this one's really easy. DC 15. If you failed that check, you are frightened. Not
Damn.
supernaturally frightened. This colossal primal beast scares you.
Jeremy, I was already frightened without the check. so
Well, now you got a good excuse. All right,
I
so
didn't need one.
so who failed?
What was DC?
15.
15.
Is that a yes or a no?
I didn't put my hand up.
Oh,
I
okay.
rolled 16. I saved.
I
Okay,
failed.
gotcha.
Again.
So we can do
Well, you double failed?
that.
Sure did.
So it's just
Oh,
Bones,
4 to 4.
Bones,
Yeah.
and Ezra. Everyone else succeeded.
Double
Yar.
failed with advantage on the con save.
What about Bossy and Wolf?
No, Mossy passed both.
Bossy passed both. Okay.
Double
Uh,
19s.
What about Wolf?
Wolf. Where was he? Failed. Well, actually, he
Looks-
succeeded on con, failed on wisdom.
Okay, so he just takes 2 damage from the roar and then is frightened. Okay. So That done. That happens at the top of the round. We go to Ashes. Ashes. As this happens, right, and you hear that voice in your head again, you hear, "All right, pup. Hey, real quick, you're not like some evil Shar worshiper or anything like that, right?"
I side with Saloon.
And
Shar.
immediately you feel this, like you feel like electricity just like zoom up through your body. You are forcefully attuned to the Moonblade. And you watch as up the long blade itself, there are 8 runes up the blade, and the one closest to the hilt begins to vibrantly glow, traced in kind of like this greenish outline. For your current intents and purposes, this is just a +1 longsword that is silvered, but probably.
Well, then I'll just roll Quicksilver because that's the exact same thing.
Works just fine. Okay, so
Make a button. Make a button.
I'm just gonna use Quicksilver.
You
No, make a button.
also immediately
Make a
after
button.
that you hear this in your head. You hear, "Let's see what you can do." Your turn.
Oh shit, she wants you to drop trowel.
I was like, all right,
The
let's
sword
see what I can do. Well, I can do this,
Yes,
and
the
I
Thorn wants to see your
will.
penis.
I will. Right up.
My-
God damn
Cut
it.
myself with it immediately.
Cut myself with it immediately. That is how one does.
Yes, take my blood.
Okay.
All right. So that was.
Do you take extra damage from Feral Might with your Hemocraft?
I don't think so.
No. No, that's funny though.
Drink up, baby.
Joy.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
that's
like
ignore
this.
that. It's like global modifiers. Okay, so I will swing at Dino
Swinging a dino.
one-handed.
Okay.
Oh,
Does a
that-
critical failure hit?
went
No,
well.
it does not. Please
Not a
confirm
good
that critical.
start.
Nice,
Oh,
you
please
left that,
cut,
boys.
please cut yourself on the first hit. Oh, damn.
You
No.
just lost your Moonblade.
However, as you swing,
Damn it.
the blade hits the side of the creature. Right, you're actually kind of like up towards the front, so you're trying to like cut into its underbelly, and it hits its side, and it just kind of like you hit with more the side than the edge. Right, your swing is slightly off. And the whole blade just shing down the side of this thing like it's wearing a coat of armor or some shit like that. Its scales are so hard. And you hear in your mind,
Yikes.
Mulligan.
Damn.
you just hear a sigh in your head.
Someone's got
Good.
performance anxiety.
Yep. Anything else?
No, I'm done.
All right. Wolf is up.
This is
Oh, he's feared though, so he can't come in.
a 14. didn't hit.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So he's kind of like stuck on the outside. Like he knows.
15.
I would say actually, like again, this thing like blew off the rooftop with its arrival, so you can kind of see the head peeking out. So Wolf is kind of like looking up at the head of this thing, you know.
He's
Incapable of coming closer.
He's gonna do wolf. He's gonna wolf willpower out of the fear.
Okay.
He's gonna howl. He's gonna howl.
He gonna howl. Okay. Is he gonna do anything else?
No.
At the end of his turn,
There's
make
literally nothing he
a.
can do.
At the end of his turn, make a Wisdom saving throw. DC 15.
Rightful presence. Nice.
He stays afraid.
A nice roll.
Unfortunate. Matashtai, you are up.
Okay. So I'm deafened.
You are
but
deafened.
I'm not feared.
Nope.
Okay. Is this a spot Is it? Hold on. First question: is this one of those creatures that doesn't matter because it's so big?
As you move around this creature and you try to like look across and you see bones, right? You realize in attempting to position yourself on this creature that the thing's not even really paying attention to you guys at all. You can't achieve advantage just out of the sheer enormity of the creature.
Okay, that's kind of what I figured. So how tall is this room?
The room went up to about 20 feet.
Okay, and it's taller than that?
It's
Is
just
it poked
barely.
out?
Like, its head is maybe like 3 or 4 feet above the ceiling. When it's standing up, it kind of like goes between this like bobbing motion where it's maybe like 17, 18 feet or 23 to 25-ish feet.
Okay, then I'm gonna run up the wall to the ceiling. I'm gonna
Okay.
try and poke it in its eye.
Poking it in... Okay, are you actually trying to poke it in its eye, or are you just flavor texting?
I mean, if it's a possibility to swing at its eye, I'll
You
go
can
for it.
always try.
I'll try for it. Let's see what happens.
Okay, your attack will be at -5.
Okay.
Ooh,
Does a 20 hit?
a 20 still hits. So you run
Hell
up
yeah.
the wall and you realize as you're kind of like going up there, you have this moment of like, wait, and you see its eye is almost the size of your head, basically, and you realize that's a big target, and woof, and your blade flashes out, and it kind of like roars in pain, jerks its head away from you. Roll your damage.
I am going to attempt to stun as well with that.
Okay. Roll your damage again.
Oh, cool.
Right, so we take away the bonus, so just an additional 5. Okay, so
Okay. Sorry, I didn't realize you
13.
wanted just the number.
You know, it was just easier to do that. So 13 damage, and you're gonna try to stun. This
Yep.
thing goes.
Has a lot of con, I'm assuming.
Not that
Ooh.
much.
think
15.
that meets it, beats it.
Meets it, beats it. All right, it is not stunned.
Okay.
Damn you, Matt. Get a better DC.
I stab out again.
Just regular.
Yeah, just regular on this one.
Okay.
Sorry, I should have clarified.
You're fine. Another 13 damage.
I'm gonna attempt to stun again.
Okay. You take off.
It's gonna be real fucked up here in a minute when he bites somebody.
What? Oh, that's
Ah.
initiative.
Hell yeah!
Initiative.
I clicked the wrong.
Why did you do this to me?
I don't know
You know what I mean?
why.
It's
Add
absolutely
his
gonna
con
say
to that.
right.
Add his con
Plus
to
4.
that.
It's a
No.
13. Failure.
23.
Damn it!
Yeah. Sorry. Sorry. I had to give you
sorry.
that moment of hope.
Okay. I feel like he's gonna be real mad at me.
Good.
Oh, actually. So you said he wasn't really focusing on anyone. Is he focusing on Ashes? Because Ashes has the sword.
Roll me an insight check.
I ain't got that much HP.
I ain't nothing but a gold digger.
It's
Oh wait,
hard.
I have advantage on that. Hold on.
Okay.
One better.
It's hard to tell. This creature seems to... Initially, it seems to just be roaring and angry at the world, and now you're stabbing it, so now it's really angry at the world. It's hard to gauge intent, but it does seem to be continuously positioning its body like it's facing towards Ashes.
Okay, great.
Agreed.
Anything else for your turn?
I'm trying to decide if I want to dodge or if I want to try and
Yep.
punch it again. I'm gonna go for a punch.
Haunch.
Ouch.
23 hits.
And another stun attempt.
Come on.
Damn it. I want that 9.
No. keep swinging. Just keep
Okay,
swinging. You'll get it eventually.
That is the end of my turn.
Okay, sounds like a plan. Bones, you're up. You are.
Deaf and afraid.
Mitch or Matashtai, Constitution saving throw.
Oh, okay.
DC 15.
Fail.
Okay, you're still deafened. Bones, deafened and afraid.
Deafened and afraid, and I assume in melee with the person.
It has a massive tail that definitely seems like it's in reach of you. So yes, you are absolutely in melee.
I can't willingly go closer to it, so I can't get out of the door. I can't get out of either door. Cool. I will use my bonus action to take careful aim, and then I will swing my double-bladed scimitar at normal.
Okay.
No, I will swing wind spike at normal.
Okay.
This is normal wind spike for an attack. That's a 27 to hit.
Yeah, that's it.
Snake attack.
Snake attack.
That's my turn.
Okay, Mossy's up.
Do I get to make
Oh,
saves?
yeah, sorry. Constitution and Wisdom saving throw.
Constitution at advantage because I have departed.
Okay.
I say 12.
That is, you are still deafened.
Wisdom at normal. Oh,
You are no longer afraid.
oh, your boy's not afraid.
Yeah.
I'm not
You
afraid.
after stabbing the thing, you're like, okay, all right, that was startling, but it's just a flesh and blood beast. It can be killed.
I stabbed him
It
right in
bleeds.
the
Kill it.
tail,
Right in the tank.
right in the cloaca.
All right, Mossy's up.
Why you make that face, Jacob? They got cloacas.
Oh,
I
Zachary.
mean, most things have
It
cloacas.
doesn't make it less gross.
Mossy engages. He
Right
is
up in the
neither
cloaca.
afraid nor frightened, for he is stone incarnate.
It's the stone.
Normal claws and bites. 1, 2, 3. Bite.
Miss, hit,
12,
miss.
18, 29. 18 is 6 and 20 is 6. 12 slashing non-magical damage.
12 slashing non-magical. So Mossy wades in there and starts to kind of like hack at the back legs of this thing. Seems to be dealing some damage.
Also a million bright light.
Yes. Unfortunately,
Okay.
because of Matashtai. Matashtai.
Move your
Matashtai.
I need you to move your globe outside.
No.
You can still get benefit.
All right. Ezra,
It's his turn.
Shit.
Boy.
you're up.
Oh boy. He's big. Freeze.
Freeze. All
Freeze.
right.
Send in.
It is a wisdom
believe in
saving
you.
throw.
DC 16 whiz save. Yes.
Wisdom. Poof.
Damn.
Oh, that could have done it too. Oh shit! You're gonna get one. Of, you're gonna get one of these hold monsters off eventually, and it's just gonna be like, oh fucking finally, and that's just gonna be the end of it.
And I'm gonna lose the spell because I'm done with it after I finally get one.
Oh shit!
As I'm casting, I will use my bonus action to Tempestuous Magic, which means I can't be attacked of opportunity.
As you do, right, you realize like you like the winds coalesce around you and like pull you back, and they do just as the creature isn't making a move towards you, but you realize like it hunches forward, and its head, its body, it's the length of it. It absolutely could have reached you where you were.
Yep. And then just for good measure, I'm gonna take another...
Just in case. But
Dude, please introduce a pack of raptors for him. This
All from
cowardice
behind.
needs to be
Clever girl.
punished.
Clever girl.
Okay. This thing, being attacked from all sides, it begins to slam its body into the walls around it. This massive tail, and it roars again. This time, a shorter, punctuated roar of fury, and it's gonna start taking some attacks. So first, that tail actually dips low, and you hear this whistling as it cuts through the air, and it tries to smash bones up into the side of the wall into a bloody pulp. So,
I don't hear whistling, but okay.
tail!
Yeah, actually, we don't hear the whistling.
That fails. See, I'm not afraid. So that fails.
Oh, okay.
That's what happens when you're not afraid and also can't hear something coming.
I can't hear. What was that? It just into the wall above you. Rubble kind of like falls down on your head. You're like,
Jeremy,
oh,
if you want to
shit.
hurt someone, bite at me.
And
I guarantee it.
the head bites towards Ashes.
Yishis.
You got to beat a 21, sir.
I
Bet
don't
you
think-
can't. God damn it.
That's what happens when you talk shit.
Why'd you have to say shit?
Ylison. Curse of the Ylison.
You're an impenetrable fortress until you talk.
When can I do Curse of the Eyeless? I think it's got to be before the roll. I can't do it
I
after.
think it's as a reaction before he says this hits, which he has not said yet. We just know.
I
'cause
know
we're
it
not stupid.
hits.
Yeah!
Okay. Well, what? I mean, you do you. I'm just fucking saying it's a Tyrannosaurus.
Go ahead.
It'd be awesome if it didn't have eyes.
You guys do whatever you feel like you need to do. If there are no like magic phase stacks or whatever, the bite hits and the jaws basically engulf you. You take 40 piercing damage and you are in the creature's mouth.
Is that magical?
Are you in wolf
Magic
form?
Rex?
I'm in wolf form.
Ah! You take 20 piercing damage and are in the T-Rex's mouth.
Dude, you should get a new blood curse then, because you actually can't use that in this setting.
You could. You just need to, like, tell... I don't know. We've used it in the past.
It says when a creature you can see within 30 feet makes an attack roll, you use your reaction to roll one Hemocraft die and subtract the number.
Yeah, but since Jeremy doesn't do hidden rolls, that's what I'm saying. You're always gonna know whether or not it hits.
He would have to. He would need to preempt me. He would have to come in and be like, "Well,
All right, Jeremy, start hiding your rolls.
No, I mean that's what I did when we were fighting the Goblin King or the
Troll
Ogre King or whatever.
Troll King." Yeah.
I was doing that
Like-
before. But Jeremy be like, he's gonna do this like attack where he does like 5 different hits. I'm gonna be like, blind.
So you just
I don't know.
preempted.
I don't
whenever
think
you
there's a
had
problem
snares.
with you hiding your rolls from us, because I think it adds a little bit of scariness to the campaign. So
I like seeing them personally.
I don't have a real vote one way or the other, but if this is legitimately a problem, we can absolutely hash out something. And I don't think it has to be anything big or an ordeal. Honestly, I think it would probably be fine. How many times can you use your Hemocraft stuff?
I think I can only use 2 right now.
Twice on a short rest or a long rest?
Short.
Short rest. Okay. I mean,
Less
we'll
impactful than Warlock spells.
we'll revisit it. Remind me to talk about it after this session. But I think we'd probably be fine just being like, yeah, you can just use it when you need to use it, regardless of whether you see the roll or not. Who gives a shit? But let's make that determination and then go about it. Okay.
All right, guys. Let's be honest. He's already using cheater dice. We don't need him to hide his dice.
Cheater hider dice. I like this idea. Yeah, right. Okay.
I think every DM should hide the dice.
I see different pros and cons to the different scenarios.
Like,
It doesn't
if
really
we
bother
can't
me one way or
trust,
the other.
if we can't trust your rolls after playing D&D with you for 5 years,
For
then we
5
shouldn't be playing D&D
years.
with you.
mistrust.
been
I don't
12 years
like
and
not
feels like
trust his
longer.
rolls. Like I trust his rolls. I just
Yeah.
think it's fun to see.
But seeing it gives you data that you wouldn't normally have. You know what their pluses are. You know what their
like
saves
seeing
are. Like
it.
it's a lot of data that you otherwise wouldn't get, and you have to figure out throughout the fight.
I think so. I think for me, the scenario is in a scenario in a camp. It depends on the campaign, right? Like in this campaign, I'm perfectly fine. Like it's faster, it's smoother to just have the rolls out, show you guys everything like that, and it moves along. But in the right campaign, right, when mystery and knowledge and information is really like to be coveted, I could absolutely be like, yep, nope, all hidden rolls. You know, I could super see that. But this one is more relaxed. I don't think it's like a big deal, unless that's something that everyone's like, yeah, totally. Anyways, you are bitten. And you are grappled. You are in the dinosaur's mouth. After that happens, right? You're in these jaws. Your flesh is being torn through by the teeth, right? Sword is still in your hand, and you hear in your mind, you hear this. A bath was recommended, but not like this.
Ooh.
And then the
It's on
T-Rex rears to the left and throws its shoulder into the wall that Matashtai is on, attempting to squish him. Matt, I need a...
Well, I'm on the ceiling.
Are you on the ceiling? There's not a ceiling. I thought you were on the wall. Remember, it broke through the ceiling.
Oh, so there's no ceiling on the
Well, I
whole
mean, there's no
room?
ceiling, like, immediately around it.
Oh,
right?
okay. I thought it was like its head was poking out. and there
Gotcha.
was, like,
Sorry,
ceiling.
that was a
Okay.
misinterpretation. I thought you were, like, up on the side of the wall, poking him in the side of the head. Type
I mean, regardless, if he's gonna hurt me, it's like whatever. But...
So yeah. So what? Well, we this one is in your hands. You see this giant scaled reptile trying to shoulder check you. Basically, make a DC 15 Dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Should be real easy for you. Please let that curse work. Fuck! It didn't work.
Fuck you.
So you spot this coming and you're like, oh shit, you kind of like slide down and slightly to the side as this beast rams its shoulder into the wall where you were, attempting to basically like squish you.
Can I roll an acrobatics to try and Legolas on top of the fucking troll in Moria, this thing?
Roll an acrobatics. DC's gonna be high, like a 22. Fucking 23! Nice! Alright, yeah, so as it kind of like pulls away, you reach up real quick, grab this kind of like protruding scale that allows you to take its momentum and flip up onto the shoulder of the beast.
Yeah, I'm on it.
I'll tame it.
Fan-fucking-tastic.
I commence taming.
You have a great vantage point as we finish the Tyrannosaurus Rex's turn, and we come back to the top of the round, and it once more goes T-Rex roar, right? And again, I need DC 15 Constitution saving throw and DC 15 Wisdom saving throw.
Fuck up! I'm deaf. I can't hear it.
Oh, actually, sorry. That's true. Bones
yeah,
and Matashtai, you are both safe from the wisdom saving throw part, but the sheer force of the roar can still injure your eardrums, so I still need the con
one
save.
I succeeded against.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Jeremy,
Whatever.
his mouth is full of me.
Yeah, how's he roaring, bro?
Through his nose.
Yeah, you're
Fuck
right.
off.
You take double damage from the roar.
Do I need to make another wisdom save?
Fuck y'all.
Oh shit. Okay. Hold up.
Constitution.
Say what?
Do I need to make another whiz save even though I'm already afraid
Yeah, if
of
you're
it?
already afraid, you don't need to remake it. Yeah, that's all that part does. Okay, so
It averages out.
that's different.
Wow.
Oh, I had a...
Okay.
Monster fails whiz.
So, who fails Constitution?
Not me.
Did
I
anybody
do.
fail Constitution?
I do.
You take 15 force damage.
Okay.
You're already deafened. If no one else failed Constitution, then you all the rest of you take 7 force damage.
Given.
Okay.
7.
Anyone that failed the 15 Wisdom saving throw that isn't already feared is feared.
Yeah, Multi's feeding it.
I suppose
That sounds
actually
kinda
I would be
terrifying.
more scared than
What do you
the
mean?
previous
Oh,
round.
God.
You see little dog feet kicking.
Oh god! Oh god! All right, Ashes, it's your turn. Top of the round.
So what kind of fear is this? Is this regular fear or super fear?
It's regular fear.
Oh.
You can't move close to the thing, and you have disadvantage on attacks against the thing.
Well,
And
I don't think my movement. I don't really have many.
Yeah, you have
options.
0 movement because you are grappled.
All right. So all right. I'm in, right? I'm gonna see if I can get my arm out, and then I'll like try to hook over and up under his chin.
So I'll tell you, the mouth that you're in is big enough to just like try to stab him in the
I don't know if your
mouth.
arm can
I'm gonna
reach
carve
the
out the
chin.
uvula.
Yeah,
Like,
carve
you
it.
will-
Cut those little skin flaps he's got at the back of his
Ugh.
mouth.
Oh yeah, these
Here we
right
go.
there. Like give him the Joker.
Oh yeah, give him Joker that boy.
Yeah,
Miss.
Joker.
And
Yep, that's a miss.
It's unfortunate. Oh, a critical hit. Oh, it's a disadvantage.
not also
Wow.
19 hits.
A 19
disadvantage.
does actually hit.
All right.
Um,
Give me that uvula.
I think the sword's gonna break up with you, man. That was 3 misses in a row.
Yeah, the first time you're kind of like struggling to get a position to actually strike from, and you hear in your mind, yeah, that's understandable. It's okay. Oh, fucking finally! As you actually like stab the thing, and you see the blood, like you stab into the thing's mouth, and blood just kind of like onto the blade, and it begins to kind of like pool in the little pockets on the blade
Breathe.
itself, and you watch as it kind of like runs down the runes, and it doesn't go over them, it runs around them.
Evil, dude.
Is there like a fuller that goes around them, and it's just following the fuller, or is it?
No, because remember, like this whole blade seems to be made out of like a piece
Yeah, it
of
doesn't have
flint.
a fuller. It's out of napped stone.
Yeah, it's napped stone. So these runes are just like carved into the stone itself. It if anything, the blood should be pooling in the runes, but it's going around them.
Magic.
Honestly, I probably
Magic.
wouldn't even notice it. Because I'm
Magic.
currently
Magic.
You're a little preoccupied.
I'm like in this T-Rex, and I'm like, look at that.
That's interesting. All right. Anything else for your turn?
Intern.
Wolf is still scared.
Yeah. Can you make an attempt to not be?
Make an attempt to not be.
Good attempt. Good attempt.
Hey,
Wolf is no
attaboy.
longer scared.
Except he's
Alright.
definitely gonna get fear at the top of the round again.
Well, maybe. That's the end of his turn. Matashtai, you are on top of the beast, but your ears are just kind of like bloody at this point. What do you want to do?
Okay. Is Ashes still in its mouth?
Yes. Kicking and
Okay.
screaming.
So I'm on top of its head right now. I'm going to.
Unchashed.
I'm gonna drop and Tombakiri into the side of its fucking like jaw, like right here.
Gotta give yourself a perch.
Yeah, and
Oh,
kind of swing
yeah.
myself down there.
Hit
Gotcha.
him.
All right.
Hit him in that place that clicks sometimes.
That's a hit.
I'm gonna attempt to stun.
Stun him.
14.
Hey! The T-Rex goes on the list.
It uses its legendary resistance. No, I'm
There
kidding.
it
It's
is.
stunned. I'm kidding. It's stunned.
Oh.
It's
I was
fucking
about
stunned.
to ask, does that still count as stunned, guys?
No, it's totally. There's this moment right where Matashtai is on top of this Tyrannosaurus Rex's head. Right, you all can hear Ashes kicking and screaming inside the creature's mouth, and Matt has this like king of the world moment where he turns, flips, slams Tonbakiri into the side of this thing's face, and the whole creature just like reels for a moment.
Monster Hunter World vibes when you fucking bonk.
Yeah, right.
when you bonk them.
Absolutely.
Okay, so after I said, does it drop ashes when it gets?
I'm
stunned, or does
gonna
it
rule
hold onto 'em?
no. Because he's actually in his mouth. Right, ashes is still in there. He could probably get out without issue now, but he's still inside the mouth. The mouth doesn't just like fall open and down and release him.
Okay, flavor-wise, then I'm gonna change up how my attacks happen. I'm gonna use Flurry of Blows.
Okay.
And I'm going to use one of the Flurry of Blows attacks to Hand of Healing.
You can like
Bone.
punch him
I'm
in the
gonna,
ankle.
I'm gonna slap his ankle.
Slap
as
him
I'm,
on
like,
the
hanging-
ass when
as I'm
the
hanging
mouth
from
opens.
Tamakiri.
Nice. Very nice. Okay. +5 health to ashes.
Sorry, it's not
you.
a lot, but
I
that's
love the
what you
punchy mech. Very good.
get.
We'll take.
And then
Are you stuck in the wall?
with
Here.
my second Flurry of Blows, I'm going to try and kick its freaking in like this big canine. I'm gonna try and break its tooth.
Break its tooth. Break the bone.
Break
If
it.
you
No,
crit,
no,
you're gonna
not
make
the
it bite me in
bone!
half.
No, not the bone!
Not the bone. It's too late. There's
Still another one. You're fine.
There's a resounding snap.
Oh no!
God damn you!
I thought there wasn't going to be any character betrayal in this campaign, Gary.
I'd rather kill Ashes than everyone else.
Oh my god. Okay, anything else for your turn?
So yeah, so that was my 2 Flurry of Blows, and then my second actual attack, I'm gonna rip Tamakiri out like while twisting
Gotcha.
to try and like shred up its face.
Okay. Are you gonna try to like propel yourself back up onto the top of it while doing that, while ripping it out, or are you ripping out and
actually,
dropping down?
I think it makes more sense for me to like rip out and drop down to the ground again.
Okay, gotcha. Sounds good. I'll put you like right there next to the. I'm actually gonna put Ashes down here, so he's kind of like in the mouth. All right, 26 definitely hits. Don't forget you have advantage on these strikes because he's stunned.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Let's see if the other punch did a crit. Oh, okay. And there's the other attack. No, we're good.
Okay. 9 damage. Okay, cool. Anything else for your turn?
I'm gonna use a little bit of movement to just kind of get not against the wall. I want to get to the other side of Bones.
Like over there?
No, sorry, over here.
Sorry. The only reason I moved you is because I'm pretty sure you were stuck in the wall and not going to be able to
I was
move yourself.
definitely stuck in the wall. I was like, I can't move.
Gotcha,
Yep.
gotcha. All right. Bones, you're up. You
I
see
told
this, the creature reels from Matashtai's attack, and it's just kind of like standing there.
Oh yeah, stand near. I draw this Troll King's Heartseeker.
Oh, Kang's Heartseeker.
It is hot. It is hot.
I whisper to it.
This is about to be like 75 damage.
Yeah,
"Seek
right.
heart." And I roll, so I activate it and roll at advantage. And
Gotcha.
attack.
Yeah, absolutely, because he's stunned.
Okay, please God, +9 with advantage. Okay,
Possible to miss.
22.
Yeah.
You say that, Jay. 22 definitely hits. Not the crit we were hoping for, but definitely a hit.
No, I was really hoping for that crit.
That would have been pretty sweet. But you do see as you kind of like slam the long wicked dagger into the side of the creature.
It's
You see
wicked.
the poison kind of like as you rip it out, the poison kind of like whoom, into the wound. You actually see it kind of like the poison moves on its own. Like there's slick green around the wound, and as you pull away, it actually like flows into the wound. Like it's so magically virulent that it's trying to find a way to harm this creature.
Yeah, Seek is
and it does.
hot. Seek is hot, man.
Hot. Seek
all I-
it.
That's what
Alright.
I can do. This is
It's it. Alright, Mossie's up.
Moxie takes his advantage hits. Oh wait, he's scared, so he takes his normal hits.
Normal hits.
1, 2, 3, 1. He crits.
But he hits with every fucking one of those. Jesus
Mossy's
Christ.
the most consistent
Mossy is
party
literally
member,
the strongest person in our party.
dude. He's so consistent, dude. But I guess when you have 4 attacks around, you can be pretty consistent.
Yeah, I suppose.
All right, Mossy just begins to like carve,
30
like
damage.
turns into a little blender on the side, like the left leg, and just starts to buzzsaw through it. Like you can actually see he's removing hunks of flesh and scale on the left leg.
I did 39 with a super magical weapon. He did 30 because he is Rockman.
Yeah, well,
He's a rock blender.
if you're constantly force feeding Zorn, you know,
Amethyst.
gems, then
Force feeding him in.
then
Okay,
it's
I
great, you know.
Take your ass.
Absolutely
I offer them.
nothing bad can come of this situation ever.
Do you think I can get him to hold daggers?
Nah,
You think
like
daggers
you
are
see,
gonna
like
be
he
better
doesn't
than
really
his
have
claws?
hands. He has so like he has like an appendage, and the end of the appendage is like a hook. It is a dagger, basically.
So, do you think we can tape daggers to each of those hooks? Or...
Fuck off. All right,
Here's what we can
Ezra.
do.
Can
Oh,
I
wait.
see
Hold on,
Ashes
Mossy-
flailing in the jawline?
Yeah, just barely.
Just feet.
Oh, he's still scared. Okay.
The feet go faster.
Okay.
And I have to upcast it because I don't have any thirds. So I'll use a 4th on that.
Okay, gotcha.
And I will hold my ground because I can't do anything else.
Gotcha. I need a quick round Constitution saving throws from Matashtai and Bones for your deafness. A Wisdom
I
saving
want to continue to be deaf, please.
Wisdom saving throw from
Yeah, can I automatically fail at that?
from Mossy. You know what I should have done? I should have had it if you were deaf. It's an automatic fail.
Yeah.
That's what I should have had
Probably
happen.
that'd actually be
So
better.
that way
Yeah.
you want to not be deaf.
I already
Um,
rolled Mossy's.
Okay, so
failed.
Mossy's
I
still
rolled my save
afraid.
for fear,
I
I
also need a
failed.
Wisdom saving throw from Ezra.
Already rolled it.
Fucking
Okay.
passed.
Are you
God
still? Yeah, you're still. Gotcha.
Shocker! Ezra is afraid. Who
Gotcha,
would've
gotcha,
seen
gotcha.
that
All right. The T-Rex is stunned. End of its turn, it is no longer stunned. Start of the round, it roars again. DC 15 Constitution saving throw from everyone, and if you're not afraid, a Wisdom saving throw as well.
This shit's
Oh my
getting-
god, I succeeded at both. Hell yeah.
God damn.
Oh shit!
Woo, I'm glad I
God
succeeded.
It all averages out.
I succeeded
Law
at
of
everything
Oh,
averages.
I said.
Ash is just taking the brunt of it in its mouth. It's like,
Yeah, everything's just vibrating around you. Yeah, absolutely.
Fuck off, Mossy! Fucking goddamn piece of shit!
One force
Why is
damage,
it so
right?
fucking good, dude?
It's so good. It's
He's a
it's
god.
amazing. It's amazing. All right, is everyone rolled?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Including Wolf.
Wolf is not. Yep, I got him right now.
All right.
Fucking feared again. God damn it.
If you failed the Constitution saving throw, you take 21 force damage.
Yup.
If you succeeded, you take half at 10. If you failed the Wisdom saving throw, you are now afeared.
I think I might
do I have to roll a con save on haste?
Yes.
Yeah. It's...
Okay.
No!
At least
No!
Hey,
You're good.
funny.
I was about to say.
Woo!
I know what that means.
Oh, that would have been funny.
That would have sucked.
Oh my goodness. Ashes, you're up.
All right. All right.
Come on,
First
get
of
your
all-
stabs in, son.
Steven,
I am going to use my bonus action for branding smite.
Okay.
All right. So I've cast branding smite. And then I'm
So
going
the
to-
sword, as you do that, right? There's
Yeah.
like little arcs of fire that up the sword, and you hear in your mind, you hear this.
Radiant.
Oh, oh, it's radiant.
This is radiant.
Oh, branding is radiant. Oh,
Branding is
Okay,
radiant.
well,
Searing is fire.
searing is fire. Gotcha. Okay. Then she does not say ooh.
He's like,
All right.
ah, fuck this.
All right.
Oh,
So,
radiant? Yeah, whatever.
so I am disadvantaged because I'm feared, but I'm advantage because of stun. So
It's
It's
not
not
stunned
stunned
anymore.
it's not all right. Cool.
Yeah,
Great. Cool. Then this isn't going to work.
this is just disadvantage.
No, that was a crit
It,
too.
it hits though. That's definitely a hit.
The second crit he's lost to this.
Also, let's throw on that branding. Ignore the fucking globals.
There's
They
so
ignore
many
the-
goddamn numbers on your shit.
I know. I swapped to using globals, and now it's fucking up everything.
I like the globals.
All right, so that is 18
As you
plus
strike
7.
out, you hear in your mind, you hear, "Oh, finally. I was actually
Oh.
starting to get a little worried that I chose poorly." And you stab up and into the creature's brain. The whole thing stops
Shit.
moving in this instant. And then you realize you're in a dead or dying T-Rex's mouth that is collapsing down around you. What do you do? And it's still your turn. Like, it's still your turn.
It's
What do you do?
collapsing, bro. What do you mean?
Are you gonna
Well, I
try
mean-
and climb out?
Like as a big like buff strength
I'm
dude,
over here like,
I guess I'm just gonna like get my hands up under the jaw and start pushing up.
Roll me an athletics check.
Athletic. I'm a dog. Advantage.
You're a dog.
you don't-
All right, okay, that's
25.
sufficiently badass. Okay, so none of you see this, right? But Ashes is inside this fucking T-Rex's mouth, like positions himself, like rolls on his back. The sword with radiant energy rears up and stabs into the creature's brain. The whole thing, you all watch as it's been smashing back and forth, roaring, kicking, slashing out with its tail, and then suddenly it stops moving. Right? And you see its legs begin to buckle, and it kind of like pads once, twice forward. And as it comes crashing down, Matashtai, you're the one who kind of gets this front row look to this. You watch as it comes crashing down. You see Ashes, like Hercules, like full open the freaking mouth inside, feet planted, hands up, and somehow manages to, like, as it's come crashing down around on top of him, holds and, like, leaps free, comes tumbling out to the side, covered in blood, and wielding this glowing blade, as this T-Rex crashes down in front of you.
I'd like to take some liberties, and Valena kind of like spiritually separates from me for a moment and says, "That's a man."
Oh, that's nice.
Wow.
Okay, I would like to dog shake all the spit and blood off.
Nice. But
Oh my god. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. Alright, cool. It seems as if the creature has been slain. And the battle ended. So, before we progress, real quick, everyone can add
7.
1,250 experience for the Primal Rex.
76 for 75.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
50
you
you
too,
said?
Jacob.
Okay.
Get your fuck off. Fuck off, Jacob. I see your little
Fuck
face.
Smidge
Cool.
at 76,250.
Yep, that's what I
Dude,
got.
sometimes I wish Bigo and frickin' Tugga was just sitting here watching these. Oh, look at that fucking dingo crawl out of that big fucker's mouth.
oh shit!
How do you have so much Australian slang? Like, what do you watch that you get it?
It just happens organic.
I don't
I'm
even know
I'm
if it's
super
real
curious.
Australian slang or if he's just like ad-libbing the entire
It's
time,
like,
but he does it with
I
such
actually love-
confidence.
Well, so like
I
I
love
love
it.
Australian, like I love Australian accents, and like I love that slang that you throw out, but I don't know where you get it from. Like, what?
Sometimes it happens, dude. Me and Jordan, like when we hang out, that's kind of just all we do is like talk like that.
It's funny. Casey and I do shit like that. Like we'll just start yelling at each other in like chav accents or shit like that. You know,
Yeah.
just fun.
I can't imagine Casey yelling.
It's fun
Let
to
me
be
see.
wild and crazy. All right, so in the aftermath, a few moments, right? The creature itself, right, comes to a rest, dead. The body no longer moving, but you can see, like in the aftermath of this battle, there are portions of the ceiling where it burst through that are kind of like little bricks and pieces of rubble, or kind of like pattering down around it. Its hulking form has kind of like come to rest on top of the majority of the altar, which is now rent in twain, and the blood of this great beast is just kind of like cooling over the floor of the entire tabernacle. A few moments pass, and the fear, the quite real fear that many of you were feeling, begins to subside as the adrenaline dies, down. But there is still this kind of like air of intensity, and you actually see steam begin to kind of like rise off of the corpse itself. What do you do?
First thing I'd do, I'd walk over to Ash and kind of put an arm around his back. You all right, bud?
Oh God, just trying to keep my insides inside.
I'm assuming we have like bandages or some shit. I just kind of try and start kind of wrapping him up a little bit.
Okay. What about the rest of you?
Oh God, is this thing disappearing?
It doesn't seem like that. You realize, what it feels like is the realization that this place is actually quite cold, right? And you hadn't really noticed it before, right? The temperature here is cool. It's quite cold. And this beast is just hot. Like, it's super hot. Like, it came from somewhere just sweltering.
Okay,
you ever skin a deer in the winter?
Here
It's
is
a
my
smoke.
my mode of thought. First,
Right?
Smoke.
demons disappear like that. I'm concerned it's gonna disappear, and I love bones. I call Ezra. Ezra! Ezra!
Is it safe?
Yeah, it's safe. Is it disappearing? Ezra!
Question: the tooth I kicked off, is that also smoking?
No.
Okay, well, that's on the other side of this giant lizard. I'm letting you know.
Guys have clearly
curious.
not skinned anything in a while.
As Ezra starts kind of creeping into the room to investigate this corpse, Ashes becomes super lethargic for a moment.
Yeah, I'm just trying to keep my insides on the. Oh God.
I catch him. I try to make sure he doesn't fall.
Okay, so I'm concerned. I'm very concerned, Ezra, that this is gonna disappear.
I
I'm gonna
start
take Ashes out here.
looking for signs that we have seen previously in those instances with those greater demons we encountered, or greater devils, when they did something of that
Roll
similar.
me an Arcana check.
15.
I don't know why 2 got rolled, but a 26.
Okay. Also, Bones, roll me a survival check. You're trained in survival, right?
I sure am. Yeah,
Roll me a survival check.
I'm surviving.
I am surviving.
Pretty
Okay.
well. Not great, but pretty well.
A couple things. Multiple things. Ezra, as you kind of like quest out trying to get a feel for this scenario, you realize there are residual magics here, right? One of the most powerful of which is coming from where the rent in the air had appeared. And it has a very strong flavor of kind of like conjuration. Okay? It feels... you're not sure. This creature itself doesn't feel magical, right? But it feels as if this creature was summoned from somewhere. Ooh, ow, sorry. I apologize.
Actually, did pick up a lot of it.
Bones.
Interesting.
Yeah, cut out.
Oh shit! Sorry.
No, it's good. Your cough was not.
No, it worked out perfectly.
Okay, was
Your
real
cough,
good.
your cough got noise gated. That's what we're trying to say.
Yay! Okay, so Bones, you
Bones.
actually. This is probably not the first time you've seen a creature like this.
Oh,
It's not-
sure. Yeah.
Really?
This is probably the largest of such creatures that you've seen. This is a gargantuan.
A lizard?
But where, if I'm remembering correctly, where you originally come from,
You
they're
see-
not as prevalent, but they do exist.
Oh, I
Maztica.
didn't know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
That was
didn't know that.
Dad, who's from Cholt.
Yeah, so Maztica is kind of like a far away, other
Thought it was like
side of a
big
great ocean.
prairie.
Well, there are portions, right? Maztica has like this great savanna, but there are
Yeah, yeah,
southern
yeah.
portions that have kind of like tropical jungles, if I'm remembering correctly. And those types of situations are where you might have seen them. Now, you might not be well traveled enough to have actually seen one yourself, but you would have at least heard about the creatures.
Right, right.
I'm dying all of a sudden. So,
It's so weird how your coughs always get noise gated.
I keep turning away from the microphone though every time
It's working out really well.
every time I cough, so you know. That being said, I clearly need to go clear my throat, and this is a relatively good place for us to go ahead and stop. So we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be back in hopefully 10 minutes or so, and we'll continue from there. Thanks for watching.
Thanks.
Good.